This weekend, it's the FFA Cup final. The mighty Mariners from the palm trees of the Central Coast up against the Giants Melbourne Victory, vying for cup supremacy and a place in the Asian Champions League. Let's talk about the match right now.
Well, we have arrived at the finale of the 2021 FFA Cup competition. The Central Coast Mariners, Nick Montgomery, against all odds, taking his side to the first ever grand final for the Mariners since 2013. While at Melbourne Victory, Tony Popovic has certainly turned things around after the club picked up their first wooden spoon in the A-League men's competition last season. Let's start off by having a look at how both teams made it to the final this year. Starting off with the hosts, Melbourne Victory. Of course, they started in the first ever playoffs in the FFA Cup against Perth Glory, who were another lower ranked side in the A-League last season. They won 4-3 in penalties in that game. 2 victories against NPL sides Adelaide City, Gold Coast Knights, and then defeating 2 A-League oppositions, Adelaide United away from home, and then a big 4-1 win in the semi-final down there in Geelong against Wellington Phoenix. For the Central Coast Mariners, their campaign started in Mudgee, regional New South Wales, as they defeated Blacktown City 1-0. A dramatic round of 16 fixture against NPL side Wollongong Wolves saw the Mariners win 2-1, a smashing of Apia Leichhardt 6-0 in the quarterfinals, before the Mariners defeated the only A-League men's opposition they've faced in this cup run, Sydney FC 1-0 in the semi-final. When we look at the previous meetings between these two sides, it's pretty mixed. It's actually been 3 years since Melbourne Victory have defeated Central Coast Mariners. You can see there 2 draws last season, 2 wins for the Mariners, and then 2 wins to Melbourne Victory before that. But it's not pleasant reading for Mariners fans, especially down in Victoria. The last time Central Coast Mariners defeated Melbourne Victory down in Victoria was 2009. It is important to look at the experience that these two sides have in grand final matches. You can see Melbourne Victory here, the experienced campaigners. When it comes to finals, the big games, they've won 5 out of 7 finals across both the A-League men's and FFA Cup competitions. Some early grand final wins in the early years of the A-League. Their only 2 losses have come in penalty shootouts, both against Sydney FC. And they have, of course, won an FFA Cup before, back in 2015 at home to Perth Glory. And while this is the Mariners' first appearance in the FFA Cup final, they have had grand final experience in the A-League men's competition, especially during those early years. Some losses to the likes of Sydney FC, Newcastle and Brisbane Roar, but a 2-0 win in their last grand final, which was way back in 2013 against the Wanderers. And this is potentially how we could see both sides lining up. First of all, Melbourne Victory, the 4-2-3-1 formation has been working really well for them. Jake Brimmer in that number 10 position is so key for them. Margiotta I expect to start up top, but Nick D'Agostino could come in there. He's been in fantastic form. For the Central Coast Mariners, they do have experience and pedigree up front. Jason Cummings and Marco Rennie could line up once again, as they did previously in the league against Sydney FC, and plenty of youngsters in this squad. Harry Steele, Josh Nisbet, Jacob Farrell and Lewis Miller could all potentially start in this game. For my players to watch, Nick D'Agostino for Melbourne Victory is in fantastic form. He's got 4 goals in 8 A-League men's games, and he scored a double off the bench in the semi-final. Ben Falami as well has been fantastic. He's got 2 goals and 1 assist in his last 2 games, 3 goals across all competitions. And if the Mariners are going to get on the score sheet in this game, it could be through Marco Rennie. The Costa Rican has 3 goals and 2 assists in 7 A-League men's games, and of course scored that winning penalty in the semi-final against Sydney FC. And in order for the Mariners to stay competitive in the midfield area, it's going to be all about captain Ollie Bozanic. He's played every minute so far in the A-League men's competition and already has 2 goals in 7 A-League men's games, both of them coming from outside the box. So will the strength of the home side Melbourne Victory overpower the Mariners, or will the underdogs from the Central Coast be able to provide an upset in this massive clash? All eyes will be on Amy Park this Saturday night. And we'd love to hear your thoughts on this game. How do you think it's going to play out? Drop your score predictions in the comments down below. If you have enjoyed this preview video, you can hit like on this video to show your support. And if you want to stick around for more content like this, make sure you hit subscribe.